prepared to play the Steelers so many times. Is it like preparing for the same team every time, or have they changed much over the years, or is it?
You know, for the most part, you know, there's some different pieces to the puzzle, but it's really the same scheme. There's always a new wrinkle or two each week, and but as far as preparing for, you know, a fist fight in the trenches, battles on the outside, and getting rid of the ball on time, and finding ways to run the ball, that's the way you prepare for them every time you play for them, to play against them. It's the #1 defense in the league. It seems like every year, every couple years. So you just know going into the game, it's going to be a fist fight, 4 quarters.
Carson, how frustrating is it so far? You passed for, you know, over 300 yards in each of the first 2 games, but, you know, I'm sure you'd like to have like certain plays back when you get that to be better.
Oh yeah, you know, whether you win or lose, you always want plays back. You always want to improve on you know, missed opportunities, or 3rd downs, or 1st and 2nd down play action pass, whatever it is. So we'll continue to grow within this offense, continue to work it. Had a great practice today. Continue to do some of the same stuff we've been doing for a long time, and just get more and more reps at it. Want to go out there and perfect it on Sundays.
What were the problems on 3rd down last game?
Well, the main thing was we were in 3rd and long. I think 8 of the I think 11 times we were in on 3rd down. It was 3rd and 8, 9, 10, 11 plus. We can't do that to ourselves. That's absolutely our fault. Not doing enough on 1st and 2nd down when we have our opportunities. We did a good job on 1st and 2nd down with some big explosive plays, but getting 4 or 5 yards here and there to make it 3rd and 2 to 3, because you're not gonna convert half of your 3rd downs when you're 3rd and long every time. We know that. We've talked about it. We've addressed it, and we'll continue to work at it.
Is it difficult to still have a sense of confidence in running the ball when you just haven't been able to do it for 2 times? And when you call a run, I know you want everybody to think this play is going to work, but when it repeatedly doesn't work, how do you get past that?
Well, you don't let it frustrate you. And the saving grace is, you know, McFadden's back there. You know, he's 1 arm tackle away from breaking off a 40, 50-yarder. He's got that potential. He's got that ability. He's done it before. We're going to stick with it. We're not frustrated. We're disappointed in ourselves for not executing it better. But we're not going to let it frustrate us. We're not going to let it deter us from our goal. Our goal is going to be to run the ball on people, and we're going to do that. It hasn't worked the first 2 games, but it's not going to. You know, we're not going to change anything we're doing. We continue to grind on it and continue to work at it. You know, it's our 2nd game in a regular season game with this new system, with a new group. So we have confidence in each other. We have confidence in the system. We're just continue to work at it.
Do you see that same attitude from Darren too? Is he frustrated? Obviously, if that's
no. Darren doesn't get frustrated. You know, Darren's such a you know, glasses half full, upbeat guy. Just a happy guy. He's generally just, you know, bouncing around with a smile on his face. Whether he had 50 yards or 180 yards in the game, you're going to get the same guy. So he's going to continue to work. He had a great day of practice today. He looked really good. He was definitely under the weather last week. Some issues. He's feeling better, he's recovered, and I'm excited to give him the ball.
How it's a lot of potential. How important is Ryan Clark back there? It's sort of a way to freeze Troy up.
Yeah, Ryan's probably one of the most underrated players in the game. If not, you know, if not that, he's one of the most underrated players on defense in the league. Because he'll come up and hit people. He lets guys take chances like Troy and like their linebackers and shoot gaps, and you know, take chances and run games that can get you beat. But he's always kind of there to save them. He can cover a lot of ground. He understands the system. He's a 10-year vet. Really a complete player, complete safety.
Threw a lot of passes in the offseason to get ready for the season. Some with your receivers took almost every rep during training camp that you could have possibly taken to get used to a new offense. 94 passes in your first 2 games. Curious, is your arm like as strong as it's ever been, good as ever, or do you ever have to rest it at all, or is there any maintenance that needs to be done?
I mean, you know, you throw 50 passes, say, in a game. You know, we'll throw today. I probably threw 120.
Yeah.
You know, something like that. So, you know, obviously there's the warm-up passes in a game, and you know, the stuff you do pregame, but you know, that's not our goal, is to throw as much as we've been throwing. Our goal is to run the ball. You know, we fell behind in games, and we haven't done a good enough job on offense early in the games to give us a chance to throw the ball in the third and fourth quarter. But especially last week in the fourth quarter, they were kind of pinning their ears back and coming after us, and we were forced to throw the ball with some of the mistakes we had made early on in the game.
But physically, your arm is good. It's been as good.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
been great.
No, my arm feels great. Arm feels great, and hopefully pray that I continue to stay healthy. But arm feels great.
What do you think of Denarius, his first game back?
I thought he looked good. He and I got a lot of reps today. I jumped in with every rep with him today. We just, we haven't thrown since really last season because he was out all of OTAs and then all of training camp. And that was our first time, and I missed him on some things I shouldn't have missed him on. So we're just a little bit off on our timing and accuracy. But it's just something that we need to rep, and we repped it. I threw a ton of balls at him today. I don't know how many it was, but I'll throw a bunch with him today, and tomorrow's another good day to get us some reps with one-on-ones and things like that. So we're gonna start catching our stride here pretty soon.
3 for 60 sounds pretty good though. First time
First
back,
game back,
kind of shows
yeah.
what might happen.
There was, and I didn't do a good enough job getting the ball a couple other times. We left some yardage on the field. So I'm excited to get a second game and really kind of get back in the groove with him.
Have you just completely pushed aside the whole replacement refs issue out of your mind, or is there anything that goes into playing in a game that you concern yourself with in that regard?
You can't. I mean, you try to block it out, but you can't help but notice things out of the corner of your eye. You see downfield, or you see in front of you. But at the end of the day, there's nothing you can do. Arguing a call, yelling at a ref, trying to get an explanation for something, you just can't. You just got to focus on your job, and what they call is what they call, what they don't call is what they don't call, and you got to play the next play.
You said that preparing for the Steelers has been kind of pretty similar over the years. So what is it that makes them so consistently tough?
Personnel-wise, they do a great job drafting. They don't miss on draft picks. Their first, second, third picks and fourth round picks are, especially on defense, are on the field for them. They're starters. If you look at the years of experience, there's 60, 70 years of experience. There's 3 or 4 guys that are 10-year guys. A couple guys that are 8s, a couple guys that are 9s. There's a lot of experience in the same system for all of those years together. So, when those guys go in the off season, they study film. They're not studying a new defense coordinator scheme. They're studying the same scheme. They're studying the guy that was the starter in front of them, and now it's their turn as they've kind of waited for their opportunity. So it's really a combination of hitting on draft picks, drafting good players, and just keeping them in the same scheme so they all understand their jobs.
Carson, as a quarterback, how much respect do you have out there for a guy like that? And those guys that you say have so much experience.
Yeah, he's obviously won Super Bowls and been on great teams. He's had a phenomenal career. He's tough to beat. I've played against him 12, 14, 16 sometimes. I'm not sure, but a great quarterback and a great team.
Is there anything that advantage with the inexperience of the refs that you can exploit? Has there been talk among players like, oh, maybe I can exploit this because they're slow on the call or anything like that?
No, you just got to play. You can't worry about what they might or might not call. You just got to go out. There's so many other things to worry about aside from a referee. You got to worry about what your job is, the guy next to you, and what the guy across from you is trying to do. So you can't focus on the refs right now.
Question, it's obviously a small sample size, 2 games, but as a quarterback, are you slightly surprised with the trouble the offense is having clicking, or is that to be expected considering you guys have implemented an entire new offense with the zone blocking scheme and everything?
Yeah, I mean, you go into the season and you don't expect it, but you think that there might be some issues with just timing, execution, a number of things. But you can't we're not making an excuse. This is our first year. We need to play better. I need to play better. And that's it. You can't worry about how many reps you've had with this guy on this, or how many. All of that's irrelevant. When it comes down to it, I need to do a good job, a better job playing quarterback. And that right there will get us in better situations, shorter distances on third down, better job, better execution in the red zone. But we're not making any excuses for first year or second year or anything like that.
You getting some chemistry going with Myers?
Yeah, he's got a bunch of balls. You know, there's a lot of balls to be caught by that position in this offense. And he and I had some good chemistry last year in some similar situations. Obviously, different offense, but there's a lot of balls to be had at that spot. He's done a great job taking advantage of those opportunities, and it's been good to see him really develop in there.
How about the play by Osborne? It's kind of eye opener.
It's not to us. You know, Dave's shown that in practice a ton. He's that type of athlete, that strong, that powerful, he's a receiver. You know, really that's stuck in a 270-pound body. But we want to see more of it.